So normally when you see me in my backyard here with the puppy dogs, it's bright and sunny and I'm warm, but it's actually, you can tell by the way I'm dressed. It's not that pleasant today, but I got a house full of people. So this is where I am, and I'll be even briefer than normal so I can get back to the warmth. So I sent an email out to you and to a number of your colleagues a few weeks ago, and I asked the question, are you an unhappy lawyer? And I got all kinds of responses ranging from, yeah, thanks for asking, or yes, I am, to, hey, who the hell do you think you are? Well, it's none of your business. But I didn't ask that to stir things up necessarily. The only thing I wanted to stir up was some honest self-reflection. I just wanted people to ask themselves, am I an unhappy lawyer? And if so, what, if anything, should I be doing about it? And, being unhappy is not pleasant by its very definition. And certainly I would like lawyers to be more happy, to have the experience of greater happiness in their lives. But there's something that's more important and at times even more insidious about being unhappy, which is that when we're unhappy, we tend to make bad choices. And why is that? We want something to alleviate the pain, so we find some compensations which may not be in our best interest or consistent with our values. But it's also that we can conclude that if we're not happy, it's because there's something wrong with me, or there's something wrong with life. I don't trust me. I don't trust life. And when you lose that trust and that connection, that's when you start to skew off. And before you know it, you're kind of out on a branch, and then you're out on a twig, and then you're out on a leaf. And before you know it, you've kind of lost the plot of your life. And when that happens, some really tough things can happen. So I work with lawyers, first of all, to help them become happier lawyers. And some of those lawyers are getting out of the practice of law. Some are getting into a different kind of law, and some are just working in the practice they have, but changing their perspective and perhaps changing what they do and how they do it. And that's great. But right now, what I'm turning my attention to, as this comes more and more into my field, is the 5 ways that lawyers tend to make bad decisions and screw up their life where they're unhappy. Okay. It goes into relationship, it goes into health, it goes into finances, it goes into respect of others and your self-respect. And these are kind of the 5 not so good places that lawyers can find themselves when they start making decisions out of unhappiness instead of happiness. That's the webinar I'm going to be doing this week. You can click through to the webinar. It's a free webinar this Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Join me. But the other thing that I've done is I have developed a program specifically to help lawyers that have enough self-insight, enough self-reflection, enough self-honesty, and enough character that you don't want to end up in a bad place. You don't want to end up in a decision that's going to affect you and people that you really love adversely. And that program really starts off with identifying, if I'm skewing in one of the 5 directions, which is it? Just so I can be conscious of it. And then if you want to take the next step, to be able to get an off-ramp to that road that's leading somewhere you don't want to go, and an off-ramp leading to somewhere that you do want to go with your life, beyond just being a lawyer and maybe even a happy lawyer, but really being fulfilled. So I invite you to engage in some way. If you want to talk with me, again, you can click on the website. On the website, there's ways to book a call with me. And I would assume if you're going to book that with me, that we're a fit. It doesn't cost anything. We'll see where it goes. And I would invite you to join the webinar this week. There's a link to register, but also there'll be more about this program that's unveiling. And I want you to start just thinking about it. And again, the people you love. Think about, hey, let me be honest with myself and see if I'm going there. And I can tell you, it is the best insurance policy you can buy. The insurance policy against where you can end up, what that's going to cost you in terms, financially and every other way, versus what working now to kind of, again, get the off-ramp. That's a great investment for you and for everyone you love and everyone that loves you. So I look forward to more this week, and I'm going to go inside and get warm.